out to your wallets. The Obamacare scams are about to begin. Homeland Security Committee member Pat Meehan will explain. And what does creating a website actually entail? We'll have a web designer here on set. You're looking at him right now. We're going to check with him throughout the show to see how long it takes to set up a website. Ladies and gentlemen, start your clocks. Hello and welcome to Justice. I'm Judge Jeanine Pirro. Thanks for being with us tonight. For weeks, we've been hearing about a malfunctioning website that virtually no one has been able to access. But what you haven't heard much about is the dark side, the underbelly of healthcare.gov. The truth? Millions of unwitting Americans like you are being teed up for identity theft and fraud by con men, criminals lying in wait for the mother lode, for millions of you to sign up on that website. That is, once it's functional. And today, even the liberal New York Times admits the danger on their front page, quote, "Con men prey on confusion over the CARE Act. Fraud adds to troubles of the health program." But it gets even better. Even convicted felons can get the job as a navigator to enter information onto the malfunctioning website. A prior conviction for fraud? Check. A prior conviction for theft? Check. A prior conviction for identity theft? No problem. Welcome to healthcare.gov. And although the president, Congress, and their staffs and union members have gotten their Obamacare exemptions, no such luxury for us in the middle class. And as of today, over 4 million Americans have been told that they cannot keep their health care plans. This after our president promised for years that they could.
If you like your health care plan, you'll be able to keep your health care plan, period. No one will take it away, no matter what.
But if you are a middle-class American and have lost your plan, the president's fix? Go on the website and shop around for a new plan. Except the website is broken. And how do you afford a new plan anyway, since it's estimated that the typical American family in 2016 will have to pay $20,000 more a year for their family's health care? If that middle-class family only makes $60,000 a year, how can they possibly pay for it? The president's fix? Check out the exchanges, the ones that are not up and running, and not to worry, you'll be eligible for substantial subsidies. But what if you're not? The end result? The middle class gets squeezed again. They and the country go backwards. Think about it. If insurance companies are paying doctors and hospitals Medicaid-like rates, then specialists and doctors at top hospitals will simply refuse to participate. And how do we give health care to an additional 40 million Americans, let alone pay for those additional 40 million, without any plan at all to increase the number of doctors or any kind of incentives to get more people to go to medical school? The only way? Squeeze the middle class again. And yet, Mr. President, you continue your pitch to them as recently as this week.
Your help to implement this law. I need your help to educate folks about this law. You need to keep knocking on doors and making phone calls and traveling all across your states.
Mr. President, with all due respect, what's the point of knocking on people's doors if no one can sign on to the website? And even more outrageous, Mr. President, you accused Republicans of putting a gun to the heads of Americans.
You don't negotiate by putting a gun to the other person's head. Or worse yet, by putting a gun to the American people's head by threatening a shutdown.
Mr. President, according to an explosive report, you knew and your administration knew that up to 75% of the people would not be able to keep their plans. And you knew this for 3 years as you continued to insist and proliferate your lie that everyone could keep their health plan if they liked it. Period. So, Mr. President, you object to your opponents of Obamacare and say that they negotiate by putting a gun to the American people's heads. Did you perpetrate a lie to the American people? Is that how you negotiate?